time that it's not just about knowledge is power. You know, growing up, knowledge is power, knowledge is power. How many of the knowledge that we're getting are we applying? It is that time. If you're no longer in that spirit, I know that is why our president deemed it necessary to bring us together today to remind us who we are today. So without wasting time, I want to first acknowledge the president for giving me the privilege to be here today. When he called me today, I was shaking. I was like, am I fit to be in this shoe this morning? But I want to say thank you, Ambassador Michael, for giving me the privilege to start this meeting. I want to acknowledge all the G8 leaders, the G8 leader of the Vision team, Vision Nation, the G8 leader of the Star Nation, my own mentor and G8 leader, Ambassador Victor Abalson, the G8 leader of the Wealth Creator, the Legend Team G8 leader, the champions, and the great achievers. I want to appreciate all of you for giving me the privilege to be here today and standing to start this meeting and also introduce the president. So I want to say thank you. I really appreciate, and I don't take this opportunity for granted. So without wasting time, we're going to be welcoming the man that God gave this mantle. At times I sit down and I'm asking myself, what if it is not this person that God gave this? And that's why they say when God is selecting, he looks at people and he knows people that can do what? Do that which he wants them to do. And he gave us a wonderful president. I tell you that this is the president I know. We're talking about president of Nigeria, president of whatever you are talking about. This is the president that I know. I don't know about you, but this is the main president that I know. A visionary. Some days when he's talking, I'm wondering, is this man human? And today he's here again, and he's going to impact more knowledge, show us the vision more. So without wasting time, I want us to use all the beautiful emojis that you have in this world. Anyone you can lay your hand on. We're going to be welcoming the entrepreneur mentor, the president of the C21FG, the top one in Nigeria. In fact, I said top one in the world, not just Nigeria alone. Top one in Nigeria, and the man after God's own heart, the man that God selected for this purpose. And today we are here to hear from him again. So let's jam our hands together and use all the beautiful emojis as we welcome our own president, Dr. and Ambassador Michael Okoli. Dr. Boss, we are here for you. We are here for you, boss. Thanks for the privilege, sir. We are here for you, sir. Boss, are you with us?
I'm with you guys. Confirm that you can hear me.
We can hear you, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay. I want to know that there's a YouTube link that is sent because the Zoom room can't take all the Kingsmen that came to mention. So I've just forwarded the Zoom link. So please, I'm going to give 2 minutes so that people can forward the Zoom link to the other Kingsmen because the room is maxed out already. So I'm just going to give 2 minutes. So Jida, just keep the floor on to allow people to forward the Zoom link to their Kingsmen. So in 3 minutes, I'll be back.
Okay. Let's cascade the YouTube so that our team members can have the YouTube. Let's do that immediately so that those that attended the immersion can all join on YouTube. So let's do that immediately. Let's cascade to all our team. So let's cascade to all our team so that they can all join on YouTube. If you know any of your person that attended immersion and the person is not here, make sure the person is here. Let's call them and see that they are here. I believe we've done that. I believe we've all done that already as we wait for boss to come back.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, boss.
Is it echoing? It sounds
No,
like
sir. We can
echoing.
hear you loud and clear. Yeah.
So confirm that you can see me as well.
No, boss, we can't see you.
Okay, host, please spotlight my video. The Ambassador Michael Okoli.
It's on now. It's on.
All right. So welcome to the new month, the month of May. Welcome to the new month, the month of May. I want to believe that this Okay, I think it's better now. Confirm you can hear me, confirm you can see me. So let's get started. Confirm you can hear me, confirm you can see me. Please confirm I'm audible. Host, please confirm that I'm audible.
Yes, we can hear you, boss. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. All right. Somebody that has the YouTube link, also share it on the Zoom platform. Welcome to the month of May, and today is Workers' Day. So I'm wishing everybody happy Workers' Day. And this is one of the trainings that this is one of those trainings that this is one of those trainings that would change a lot of people. This is one of those defining moments. I call it defining moment trainings that will define people's lives. So I want you to get your writing pads, get your pen. Don't be distracted as we go through this training. I also want to I'm going to make an announcement at the end of this training. A very big announcement, a very important announcement at the end of this training. All right. Now, today is also our day of fasting and prayer, our monthly day of fasting and prayer. If you're not fasting, just know that you're not with us. Today is our month of fasting and prayer. And if you're here and you don't have the prayer points, let me see your hand. Chat, if you don't have the prayer points, please go to the chat box and say, I don't have the prayer points. There's a prayer bulletin that was shared across. So I want to believe that everybody, please, if you don't have it, ask your GA leader to send you the prayer bulletin. it is very important that we take the first day of the month to pray. Very, very important that we take the first day of the month to pray. And the reason is because our number one cardinal culture is to commit your business to God. That's our number one cardinal culture. So we cannot afford to run this business without visiting the foundation. So on the first day of every month is already declared a day of fasting and prayer for City One Energy. Now the prayer points in the bulletin, it's not just something we pray today. It's something that we continue to pray throughout the month. Now, let me quickly go through the prayer points. The first one is pray for unity and loyalty in the team, unity and loyalty amongst the leadership and the teammates of City One Energy. Now, why is very necessary to pray for unity and loyalty is because when there is disunity among the leadership and among the teammates, there can be progress. God has helped us so far, and this is how many years? This is 9 years, 10 years, 9 years going strong. This is 9 years going strong. God has helped us so far for unity to be among the leadership, unity to be among the teammates. Do not take these things for granted. Don't take, the J leaders are together, everybody's together, my teammate. Don't take it for granted. Don't assume that it is normal. No, it's not normal. It's the hand of God, and we need to acknowledge God for that, and also intentionally ask God to keep that unity. Because if there's no unity among the leadership, we'll not be standing here today. And when the enemy wants to fight a team, he attacks the unity. So it's not something we should take for granted. Yes, we're united. I don't foresee any disagreement, but don't just take it for granted. Pray for your leaders, because if there's a problem at the head, it will affect every other person. So pray for unity among the leadership, also among the members, leadership and members. The kind of unity that exists in City One Energy, it's the hand of God, because nobody is being paid salary here. We're all volunteer workers, and everybody does everything with all sense of loyalty. Please, we need to keep on praying for that. Number 2, let's pray against the spirit of disunity and disagreement amongst members of City One Energy. All right? Pray against for unity. Also pray against the spirit of disunity and disagreement amongst not just the leadership, but amongst your teammates. In your team, intentionally pray that there will be no disunity. Intentionally pray that there will be no disagreement, not just among the leadership, but among the leadership of your team. All right? Among the leadership of your cell. As the manager said, that you have a team, among the leadership and the team members, pray that there will be no disagreement or there will be no disunity. Why am I saying this? Because, if the devil wants to fight a thing, he fires the spirit of disunity. All of a sudden, the leader is saying something, your teammates are not agreeing with what you're saying. That's disunity. It's just like you're driving a car. Let's go right. No, let's go left. Well, let's go right. Let's go left. Is a car bound to crash. So anytime there's disunity and disagreement, even in your small team, just know that it's about to fall. Progress is inhibited. So be intentional about it. Don't just assume that it will be no, be intentional about it. So that if there's any spirit of disunity and disagreement, God will remove it. Number 3, let's pray against the spirit of offense, disloyalty, rebellion amongst the leadership and members of City One. Do not take this prayer point. Don't joke with it. Don't take it as a religious affair. Intentionally, don't just pray it for today. It's something that you should pray continually throughout the month. Pray against the spirit of offense, disloyalty, and rebellion amongst the leadership and membership of City One. Why is it that people in your team are taking offense easily? It's the spirit of offense. When the spirit of offense comes into a team, now this is not my training, but I need to buttress this point so that we don't just
So some of us have seen this thing, you just take it for granted. You don't go and pray. You just say, okay, God, you just pray it casually. Don't pray it casually, please. I beg you. Don't pray it casually. Don't pray it casually. If the spirit of offense enters your team, anything you do, your teammates will find the fault in it. Why is he telling us to do this? Why are we not doing this? That's the spirit of offense. The natural nice thing that you would do, your teammates will take offense. Something that normally you even did out of a pure heart is the spirit of offense. So pray against it. Pray against it. Be intentional about it. Any spirit of offense that's coming to my team, God remove it, will cast it out. Pray against disloyalty. You bring out something in your team and half of the people say they don't want to do it. That's disloyalty. That's disagreement. Then rebellion. Pray against it. It's a spirit. Rebellion is a spirit. So eject it from your team. Remove it from your team. Go on your knees and ask God to remove every spirit of rebellion in your team. All right? The fourth prayer point is, let's pray for our teammates not to be a victim of serpents, wolves, dream killers, and naysayers. Let your teammates not fall into the hand of a serpent that will use venom to kill them. There are so many people that our teams, if you see, people don't understand. That's why they don't take this in seriously. Your team would have been bigger than where it is if your teammates are not falling victims of naysayers and dream killers. You get somebody, the person is so excited. He wants to run the business, has seen the vision. He goes home and a serpent says, I beg, leave those things, now scam, now this. They say all kinds. I was there now, I know them now. In fact, I remember some time ago, somebody came to a presentation in Shalom Plaza. I was so excited. It was like, oh, thank God. He entered a boat. And the person that picked him said, he didn't even ask the person, okay, did you go to that event? He said, yes. I know them now. I know Ambassador Mike, I know Ambassador, if I know all of them, leave my picture, leave all those things, it's not working. Right in the boat that the lady used to go home, the serpent was already killing her. And all of a sudden, she went home. The person, she was supposed to make the payments when she gets home. She got home, they called her to make the payment, she was not picking calls. It's weeks later that the person answered, so what happened? He left excited. I said, no, do you know that the boat I took from the event venue, the boat I took that was taking me home, told me he has been there, he knows that this thing does not work, there is a lie, that they have sitting out. That was why I did not register. The person asked him, that boat that you took, so what is it now doing that is driving boats? What is it now? Is anybody that, all the people that you see there, is any of them driving boats? All the leaders, are they driving boats? Why is that guy driving boats? And I said, that's true. That's true. So pray that your teammates don't become victims of the serpents. Serpents are people that have done our business and hate our business. And they go around discouraging other people from doing our business. People go to YouTube, post all kinds of negative things. Pray that the serpents, your teammates, don't let the shield protect them. Even if the serpent is speaking, let their venom be powerless. Let their venom be like be like pure water. So you finish talking, instead of it to discourage them, it will even encourage them. Pray against the wolves. The wolves are people that are inside the business, but they hate our business. They're looking for ways to attack a bit. Protect pray that your teams are protected from the wolves. The dream killers are the people that go there, and kill. They're not enough people, they kill your dreams. The naysayers are the people that reject the business. Please pray continuously and protect your teammates. All right? Now, also what I'm saying is this. Don't assume. Pray for your teammates. Pray for them. Pray for your leaders. Because when anything happens to your leaders, it will affect your business. Pray for your leaders. Sometimes we think our leaders are strong. Pray for me. I'm the president. I covet your prayers. Pray for me. I covet your prayers. Pray for me. Pray for me. Let God keep giving me wisdom. Let the desire to do this be. Do you know somebody can wake up and the desire to run this business suddenly disappears? I'm telling you. They begin to think about other things. Pray for your leaders that they be focused and the desire to keep on the business is there. Let them not be distracted, because if something happens to the leadership, it affects even the membership. Pray for your leaders. Pray for your teammates. Some of them have been swayed. Pray for them. Some of them, as I'm talking to you now, it is your prayer today that will save some of them that have already gone. Now, they are not wicked. They're just deceived. They're just deceived. Pray for them, please. Pray for your teammates. Pray for your downlines. Pray for them. Let them not become victims of the devil, deception of the devil. The devil comes and deceives them. This verse, and finally, let's pray for the spirit of building and raising leaders to engulf both the leaders and members, so that everyone will be required to start raising leaders. Let people have the mindset, let me raise leaders. Let me build leaders. It's not just to make money. Let me build it. Let me raise leaders. Let your teammates have, so that they can. It's when you see people abandoning their teammates. Maybe if that spirit of raising, if their goal is to raise leaders, they may not do that. So pray for your teammates. Pray for your leaders. I'm saying this is not my training, but I'm saying this to emphasize it. So don't wake up one morning and somebody is already gone. Your prayer today will save somebody that is already on the verge. When you see a teammate isolating themselves, that's when you start praying for them. So you're no longer coming for attending cell meeting. They're no longer, start praying for them. Talk less, pray more. Because sometimes it's a spirit, and when that spirit leaves them, they get themselves. All right? So let's take this prayer very seriously. Please use the prayer. If you're not praying, you know what you're doing. Take it. I don't know how to explain it, so that you can take it very seriously. Pray. Fast and pray. Wake up in the midnight. Pray. Pray for your prospect. Pray for the business. All right? So, if I proceed for my training, the book of the month. The book of the month is please help me put the book of the month on the screen. The book of the month is How to Build Network Marketing Leaders, Volume 1, Step-by-Step Creation of MLM Professions by Tom Big AI Scripture. Please, can you put it on the screen? The host, is it possible for you to put it on the screen? But I'm going to forward it to the GA leaders. The GA leaders is going to communicate it to everyone, so that you go and read the book of the month, How to Build Network Marketing Leaders. How to Build Network Marketing Leaders, all right? So, host, can you put it on the screen? Okay, good. That's the book of the month. Beautiful. Thank you, host. That's the book of the month. That's the book of the month. I'm going to forward it after this meeting to the GA leaders. How to build network marketing leaders. Very, very important. Very, 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 very important. All right. Now, for those of us that have not been reading the books of the month, for those of us that have not been reading the book of the month, I don't think you're doing yourself. I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think so. I think you're doing yourself a disservice. If you're not reading the book of the month, you're doing yourself a disservice. The last book of the month, go pro. Or if you have not read the books of the month, go ahead, starting from January. If you've not read it and your downlines are not reading it, I don't know how you're sleeping well at night. Because if you're not reading it, you will not have the morality, the justification to get your teammates to read it. So, book of the month, take it very seriously. Okay, so let's come to my training. Are you ready? If you're ready, go to the chat and say, I'm ready for the training. I'm ready for the training. Go to the chat and say, I am ready. If you're ready, go and say, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Let me see. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Wow. Wow. I encourage every one of you right now to pay close attention to this training. I'm going to be very fast, straight to the point, and because it's money. Now today is Workers' Day, and I'm doing the training on the true definition of work. The true definition of work. The true definition of work. And this is my quote of the month. This is my quote of the month, and I'm going to put it on flyer and bring it out. My quote of the month is, people that truly work don't depend on luck. Let me say it again. This is my personal quote for the Entrepreneur Mentor. People that truly work don't depend on luck. People that truly work don't depend on luck. When you're depending on luck, maybe you're not working, you're not truly working. So now, today is Workers' Day, and everybody saying Happy Workers' Day, Happy Workers' Day. But ask yourself, what is work? For those that, when I was working in the bank, today I'm excited because today I won't go to work. Happy Workers' Day. Hey, holiday, let me come and rest. Happy Workers' Day is the day we're remembering workers. But my challenge to you today is, what is work? Now, I hope and I pray, because this training will change the mindset of a lot of people and will save you. Warrior leaders are not just leaders that lead, they are leaders that save. This training is supposed to salvage you so that the rest of your life you'll be doing through work. Most of us, since we are born till now, we have not been working. I'm going to explain to you. We have not been working. You go to work and come back, but you're not working. And it's only when your life on earth is done, when you're 75 years old, when you're 69 years old, when you're 83 years old, when you're 74 years old, that is when it will dawn on you that I have wasted my life. I have not worked. And that's why this training is very important. So you don't come towards the end of your life. I'm already 50 years old. It now dawns on you, what have I been doing with my life? Somebody that used to be my mentor way back, he said something. He said, from the ages of 20 to the ages, he said, if you put the best 15 years of your life into something, most of us graduate at the age of 20. Imagine you graduated at the age of 20 and you worked for 15 years. So you put the best 15 years of your life. Even if you graduate at the age of 19, 18, just add 15 years. If you graduate at the age of 25, add 15 years. If you graduate at the age of 22, add 15 years. And you put the best 15 years of your life, your youth, your energetic self, your young self. And after 15 years, if you stop working, food on the table is a problem. Rent is a problem. Paying your children's school fees is a problem. Living the life, basic, I'm not saying you drive a Bugatti or Ferrari, no. If after 15 years of your life, the basic necessities of life is still a problem, check it, you have wasted your life. If after 15 years of your life, rent is still a problem, after 15 years of work, you graduated, you worked for 15 years, and paying rent is still, and you stop work after 15 years, and paying rent is still a problem. Food on the table is still a problem. Basic necessities of life, if you don't keep working, you will not get it. You have wasted your life. This was one of the things that made me truncate my work in the bank. As I don't want to get to 15 years. I don't want to get to 10. I don't want to get to 10 years. I don't want to get to 10 years, 15, and come and find out that I have wasted my life, because I looked at the people I was working with. And when I looked at them, this person has been here for 7 years, 7 years, 8 years. But I've been here for 10 years, 12 years. If they stop work today, basic necessities is still a problem. Whereas they started working at the age of 22. They put in 20 years, they are 42. But if they sack them today, they can't feed themselves, they can't pay rent. So what have they done for the past 22 years of their life? They probably have wasted their lives. So I told myself, no, I can't waste my life. Let me truncate it. One of the greatest words of wisdom I had. I'm not saying that you fly a private jet. I'm not saying that you drive a Ferrari, no, but basically, if after putting the 15 most productive years of your life, basic necessities of life should never be a challenge to that. And that is why I want to run this meeting. I said, let's just define through work, so that you know whether you have been playing or you have been working. You know whether all through your life you have been wasting your time. Now, I'll start by saying this. Please confirm that you can hear me. Confirm that you can hear me. If you can hear me, say I can hear you loud and clear. Confirm that you can hear me. Let me go to the chat. Confirm that you can hear me. Okay. Please, if it starts becoming unloud and unclear, please let me know. All right. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you today is this. When somebody wants to mislead you, listen to this. When somebody wants to mislead you, when somebody wants to distort you, what the person does is that they misdefine a thing. If I want this phone to be damaged, I will tell you that this phone is no longer working. I'll say this phone is an empty box. When you misdefine something, that thing loses the essence. All of a sudden, they tell you this person you used to call father is not your father. Immediately, that man loses the essence in your life. This person you thought was your mother, they tell you, sorry, I'm not your mother. Automatically, because of the definition, the essence is lost. People are the essence of what they are defined to be. Now, I'm giving this foundation so that you get where I'm coming from. If they tell you, take this car, it's your car. It has another, if they say this car is not your car, even though it's the same car, but if it is my own, that's the way I take it. If it's not my own, there's just a way I take it. So when you want to alter something, misdefine it. And the day you misdefine it, it loses the essence. Do you know what has happened to us? Work has been misdefined for us. So even though it is work, because it has a false definition, it connotes another thing. You go to a place, they tell you this dog, you see a dog, they say this dog is an Alsatian dog, or this dog is a pet dog. The name they give to the dog defines it. If it's a pet dog, you can play with it. If it's an Alsatian dog, you run away from it. Same dog, but the name they give to it will define it. So if they tell you this is a pet, if this is an Alsatian dog, and they tell you it's a pet dog, do you know what we're going to do? You start playing with your life because you think it's a pet dog. If it's a pet dog and they tell you it's an Alsatian trained dog that kills, you start running away. So when there's a misdefinition, it alters the essence of that thing. Ladies and gentlemen, work has been misdefined. And let me give you the first definition of work. For us, work was defined as a means of livelihood. That's what they told us. Work is a means of livelihood. That's what they defined work to be. A means to pay your bills. Oh. And that is why when people go to work, they see, okay, this is This is an avenue, workshop, where I will chop. When I will work and I will chop. This is an avenue where I pay my bills. False definition. So they see work as a place to go and get food, money for food to eat. That is how work has been falsely defined. And as because of this false definition of work, the essence of work is lost. Can I give you a breaking news? Work is not a means of your livelihood. Work is not a place where you can get money to pay your bills and to eat. Work is not that. That's not what work is. And I'll prove it to you. Have you ever seen anybody that died of hunger because he's not working? You see, there are several people that don't have jobs. But how many of them have died and they say it's hunger that killed this one? No. Work is not a place to go and get food to eat. Have you seen an animal? Have you seen an animal that died? Animals, they don't work. They don't sow, they don't reap. But have you seen a cockroach that died and it says hunger that killed this cockroach? Are you not worth more than a cockroach? Have you seen the bird? The bird of the air, they don't sow, they don't reap, they don't cultivate. Have you seen one of them fall down and they died and say, what killed this one is hunger? Are you not worth more than birds of the air? Work is not a place to go and get money to eat. And because people have misdefined work, they've lost the essence of work. That's why when somebody is doing business, as he's talking to you, he's trying to get money. You give somebody a work to do. Once you pay him the money, he eats it and he forgets about the work. Because he thinks that work is a means for livelihood. And because work has been misdefined, he loses the essence of it. Work is not a means, it's not a place to get something to eat. That's not work. That is not work. It's not a place to get. When God created Adam and Eve, there were already fruits already. When you give birth to a child, you don't tell that child, you feed the child. Nature and creation, let me tell you, that is why we can't see people die of hunger. They are not working. Check the unemployment rates. Check that they will somehow, the gas gets, even in developed countries, they somehow, they have what they call food stamps. For in developed countries, if you're not working, come and eat food. Because work is not for you to eat, primarily. When you work, you get money to eat, but that's not the essence of work. Some people think work is a tool to make money. I've said work is not a means of livelihood to eat, because nobody has ever died out of hunger because they're not working. Nobody. Anyone that tells you that, go and check very well. The universe will feed you. That's why trees, they grow by themselves. They fall down, you pluck it and eat. Number two, work is not a tool to make money. Because they think work is a tool to make money. That is why work has lost its essence. And I'm going to prove it to you. If you think work is a tool to make money, if I tell you come, how much are they paying you? 200,000. Or you come, sit down on this chair, don't move. Chair is money. Don't move, sit down here. Once you come, just sit down. At the end of the month, I give you 200,000. That's when you discover that work is not just to make money. If I tell you remain idle, I have a secretary here that she's looking at me, you're not giving me work, you're not giving me work. Yeah, she's getting her pay or whatever, but she's not happy. You're not giving me work, you're not giving me work. Use me, work, as in give me work, let me earn my keep. Because she understands that it's not just a tool to make money, Work is not a tool to make money. That's why people will prefer a place that they grow more than salary increase. People will say, no, I want to, it's not just about the money. And because people misdefine work as money, that is why you give somebody, I remember asking somebody to do something, once they collect money, they will disappear because in their mind, work is for this money. This work I'm doing is so I can make money. That is work misdefined. What is another false definition of work? People define work to be a place where you put an amount of hours, you show up and you do certain tasks. You come by 8, close by 5. They give you certain tasks to do, and that is work. That is wrong. That is why there's eye service. Now, let me tell you, work is not completing a certain amount of task within certain stipulated hours. That was what we're told work is. When you say something, I'm going to work, it feels I'm going to work by 8 o'clock. That's once it's 5 o'clock, hey, time is gone. They are running to go home because their definition of work is false. They think work is 8 to 5. If I work overtime, you pay me overtime because they don't understand what work is. Can I prove it to you that work is not showing up in a place and putting an amount of time and doing certain tasks? Can I prove it to you? That is why artificial intelligence is there. Artificial intelligence are things that do tasks within a period of time. So AI has come to show us that work is not just coming to do some task within a period of time and you say, I have worked. That's why some people will come, they will come for the fact they pay transport money to come to the office. At the end of 30 days, they are asking you to pay them. No value created. But I've come, I've done what I want to do. Why am I telling us this? We need to revisit our definition of work through work. Number one, like I said, work is not a means to eat because nobody has died. No, not even the cockroaches or the lizards have fallen down dead because of lack of food. You will always survive. Work is not a means to make money. And because people don't understand that, that's why they cheat people. That's why somebody will get a contract. You would think, Sheikh paid me the money. Once it is the money, they cannot pick your calls again. They'll be acting anyhow because in their mind, this is the aim of this thing. And I told you that if I give you money and ask you to be idle, you will not like it. So it's not just about money. Now, I also said, number 3, work is not fulfilling an amount of tasks within stipulated hours. That's what robots come to do. And that is why very soon, artificial intelligence will take up all the work. Oh, God. If you don't understand the two definitions of work, you'll come to the end of your life and you find out, is this what my life has worth? It was Dr. Elijah that said one day he calculated his life earnings as a medical doctor. And he said, if I work for the next 30 years, this is what I'm supposed to earn. He summed it in terms of cash. And he said, no, this is not it. Because that same amount of cash, a bank just paid for a land beside his house. So he just equated his life to the cash. That's why work is not a tool to make money. Because if I tell you, okay, how much are they paying you? 100,000 naira. So in a year, it's 1.2 million. In 10 years, it's 12 million. So if I give you 12 million, I'll lock you up in prison. You say no. Because it's not just about the money. What is work? What is the true definition of work? So that you don't live at the end of your life and some of us, we've been working for 10 years. The whole amount of money you made is 6 million, 5 million. And one boy will just do something and get that 5 million. And you're asking yourself, is it 5 million I've labored for 10 years? Right here, when I worked in the bank for years, my regional manager came and I told him, All the money I've made from the day I started working in the bank to the day I left the bank, all the money I made cumulatively, I told him I made it in less than 14 days. The month he came, I said, it's not even up to 14 days. I've made all the money I've made from the time I started working in the bank, for the many years I put in the bank. All the money I made it in less than 14 days. So I now ask myself, so what was work? Make money? Salary? No. So please, I need to listen to me very carefully. So don't come to the end of your life and your life was just worth 33 million, 25 million, 27 million. And somebody sells the land of 300 million and makes agents of 25 million, and your whole life is what somebody just got selling the land. Work is not a tool to make money. Now let me tell you, what is a true definition of work? That's why I say that this meeting will save a lot of people. Most of us, all our lives, have not been working. We have not been working. You have been playing. You have been acting. Activity does not mean work. What is the true definition of work? Number one, work is the fulfilling of the purpose why you are created. Work is the fulfilling of the purpose why you're created. If you are not fulfilling it, you're not working. Your parents did not create you. Now, I'm saying this so that you can understand what you're doing. I'm going to break it down. When God created man, he said, they gave him work the garden. Have dominion. Everything you're doing that is not fulfilling the purpose why you're created is leisure. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to communicate this. Anything you're doing that is not fulfilling the purpose why you were born, what that thing is called leisure. You may be working in a bank, but if that thing is not fulfilling your purpose, is leisure. It's not work. Number two, you are not born to pay bills. I don't know how to explain this thing. You see, when God created you, what really does, I need you to understand these things. So you don't come and you're 70 years old and that's when you understand. You're 50 years old, you're 40 years old, you're 45 years old, that's when you're understanding this, and it becomes late. You are not born to pay bills. God did not create you so that I can come and pay bills. No, no, no. You're not born to eat. No. There is a problem you are created to solve. Work is a solving of that problem you are created to solve. The essence of your life is to solve a particular problem. Let me tell you, okay, I'm going to explain. Let me get ahead of myself so I can get it. God formed you, Mr. Kenneth Ayuba, and put you in this earth to solve a particular problem. Work is when you're solving that problem that God created you to solve. Every other thing you're doing is leisure. That is why at the end of your time, those leisures will not count. It is only work that is rewarded. Nobody rewards you for hobby. Number three, your work, and I'm going to break this thing down further. Your work is the ultimate representation of your life. Your body of work defines your life. Your work, your body of work equals your life. What are you doing with your life? That is your work. So if you're leisuring, if you're playing, that means you're wasting your life. The true definition of work. When in the beginning, God started working, he created the heaven and earth. So if you check the summary of creation was the work of God. God is a creator. So he was creating. So if you are not working, you're wasting your life. Your work is the ultimate equivalent of your life. So if you're not working, you're not living. If you understand this about work, you will sit up with your work, as in you will sit up. Because I can't be wasting my life. Your life is summarized by your body of work. Your biography, your autobiography, your CV is a compendium of your body of work. Work is what your life essence. Everybody's known. If you call Martin Luther King Jr., it's not the name, it's the body of work that defines his life. If you call Nelson Mandela, it's his body of work that defines his life. Every other thing that was not his body of work is leisure. It doesn't count. It's just like the rice I ate on the 12th of May, 1999. It's not counting for me. The rice I ate Christmas last year or Salah last year, it doesn't matter. Because if I didn't eat that rice, I'll still be here. If I skipped a meal on the 12th of October 2010, if I skipped a meal then, I'll still be alive. What it means that whether I ate that meal, I didn't eat that meal does not count. At the end of my life, there's certain things that won't count. I'm fasting, we're fasting this morning. Let's assume I ate this morning. Whether I ate or not, that food doesn't count. The ones that count are the ones that make you to stand. So your body of work is what your life is summarized. So to waste your work is to waste your life. When it's because you don't understand work. That is why they will give you an assignment and you play with it. You're playing with your life. Because they think work is just about money. That's why somebody will come to your shop. You're selling, you're fixing something, you're fixing a car. Somebody drops the car, you collect the money and you do the car shabbily because you think your work is the money. It is your life you just treated shabbily. At the end of the day, when the annals of your life is written, it is those work that translates to your life. That's why when some people die, they are forgotten. Nobody even knows that they lived because their life did not make any sense. Go to CNN. When somebody that worked dies, it will be breaking news. This person has passed at the age of 82. He died of so. Why? Because his body of work intensified his life and it was recognized. When Michael Jackson died, the whole world cried. That showed me he walked while he was alive. Oh God. He walked. When Michael Jackson died, the whole world cried. Everybody knew that Michael Jackson died. When the Queen of England died, everybody knew that the Queen. What it meant that those people walked while they were alive. If you exit this world and nobody knows, it means that your life, the essence of life was empty because you did not walk. Were you active? Were you going to work? Yes, but you were not actually working. And the body of work that you did showed that your life was nothing to count. Could not count. When you understand this, when your hand finds something to do, you will do it with you will do it with fear and trepidation. If you understand what I'm telling you, if you are finding something to do, no, this is my life, how am I treating it? I called somebody, gave her a job. She handled it shabbily. Where's my money? Where's my money? Is the work the money? And that's why I see most people, at the end of the day, when you look at them, their life is nothing to write home about. They have been working, but what they are working is fake work. If you understand work, when you're dressing up and you're going to work, you're trembling, you're shaking, you're careful because this is what defines your life. The true definition of work is the essence of your life. There are types of work. We have true work. which defines your life and which leads to lasting results. Results that somebody can hold, results that they can write in the book, results that they can put on the internet years after you're gone, results that can, if you go to Wikipedia, you will see, go to Wikipedia, type somebody, you will see their body of work. Anything that is not there is not read, is not work. When they write their own Wikipedia, what would they write? So if you're playing with your business, if you're playing with, that is why they will give you an assignment. Go and run the presentation. You dodge because you don't understand that that is your life that you're wasting. You handled it carelessly. Somebody will give you an assignment. Go and do this. Anchor, be a hub anchor. Anchor this because you think it just I'm supposed to come and do this for some amount of hours and go. You don't know that it is your life, that you are the essence of your life that you're wasting. You see, we're doing eye service because they think it's work. The work is okay. Let them see me working. Eye service because they don't understand work. True work is the one that at the end of the day has something to show. If you've done this business for 2 years, 3 years, there's nothing to show. You have not been working. Don't argue with anybody. True work has something to show. It's an essence. There's no leader in your team. The same leader, if in the past 1 year you have not produced a leader, you have not worked. Don't argue. Don't argue with anybody. Don't argue with yourself. Because when at the end of your life, you discover that you have not worked. Poor work is the one that leads. There's people that work, but it's poor work. It leads to failure and no result, and it doesn't stand the test of time. When you do proper work, when you build properly, even if the rain comes, the foundation is strong. When you do it, have you ever done things and you just do it shabbily, just do it quickly and just rush out? It can't stand the test of time. So there is true work that stands the test of time. There is poor work that leads to failure, does not stand the test of time, and does not give you results. That's what I call luck work. You gamble, bet, Niger bets. You're betting. You're doing Yahoo. You're scamming people. You think you're working. It is when you come to the end of your life, discover that all your life you have gambled your life away. Every work will be tested by fire to know whether it is true work, poor work, or luck work. Why am I telling you this? So that you no longer waste your life further. So that today that is Workers' Day, you sit up and say, what exactly am I doing? Now let me tell you 4 things that engenders true work. If you understand these 4 things I'm going to share with you, from today you will do true work, not poor work, not luck, not betting, not gambling, not looking for luck. Please confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can hear me.
We can hear you, sir.
So what are the things that engenders true work? What are the things that will make you, after this meeting, you begin to involve yourself in true work? So in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, you have something to show. Remember I told you, no matter what you're doing, and in 15 years' time, basic necessities of life is still a problem. You have not worked. You think it's work, but it's not true work. You may have done activity. Have you not seen somebody that is a plumber? He's been a plumber for 20 years. Yeah, the same way it was 20 years ago, the same way he is today. He's not working. He's not working. Because true work has results to show. True work has reward. He said, how do you mean I'm not working? I leave my house in the morning. No. What he's doing is poor work. His work is poor work. It doesn't have result. It has nothing to show. It won't stand the test of time. You see a restaurant, because is it that plumber? You give him money. He will come, because he thinks work is money. He will come, collect your money. He will do one work. He will spoil another work. He will fix one thing, he will spoil another thing. So you can, mechanics that used to do well. You bring your car, they will fix one part of your car, they will spoil another thing. So in 2 weeks, you bring your car again. Because they think that work is a place where they get money. So they will take something from your car. So they will fix the one that is working. They know in the next 2 weeks, you bring it back your car. This is what they've been doing all their lives. Go and check where they are. Nothing to show. After 20 years, if they stop work, no food for them, no food for their family. Because all through their life, they have not been working. It's called leisure. Leisure. They are playing. What are the things you need to know that will engender you to start working truly? Number one, every true work is an assignment in the universe. If you understand what I'm about to tell you now, you will never, your life will make meaning. Every true work is an assignment in the universe. Let me explain. The universe is like a box that God created. Everything is fitting into place. Just like for me to be running this meeting, there's somebody that created the Zoom. There's somebody that put on the light. I'm not just here for me to be communicating this to you. Somebody invented Zoom. Somebody invented the laptop that I'm using to stream. Somebody got this office. It's a compendium of activities from different quarters that makes this delivery possible. There was a time, before Zoom came, no matter how, I can't, if anybody wants to come to a meeting, they will all come to a location. This thing is not possible. This thing is not possible if there was no Zoom. So the universe is a building of God. And God puts, just like a block, you are going to be the pillar. You're going to be here. Everybody has their work to function. That is how it is. So your work is an assignment in the overall purpose of God. When you miss your work, when you don't do it well, you cause an error in the universe. Are you aware that some people are dying today because somebody did not do his work well? Are you aware that some people in the hospital died today because one nurse did not do his work well? One cleaner did not. Everything works together to fit into the purposes of God. So anywhere God has put you to work, whether it's in the bank, whether it's in this business, whether it's anything, just know that there is an apportion of assignments that if you don't do it, the world will fail. Most of the problems that the world is facing is because people have not done their work properly. When you see people defaulting at their work, you see a lot of problems. So your work is your assignment on the earth. So if you don't do it properly, there are consequences for mankind. I don't know how to explain this so you understand. You're a gate man. And you're not security conscious. Somebody can sneak in and come and steal somebody's laptop. And because you think your work is just for you to make money, you don't know that your work defines the essence. You don't know that your work is a part of God's universal agenda. You sleep in your place of work. A thief comes in, steals somebody's laptop. That person's laptop that he has stolen, that you might think, you see people defending. No, I didn't know. You don't know that person's laptop, it might be his last, it might be his, it might be his laptop that he's using for work. Maybe they will now sack him. Maybe they will now sack him because they lost the office laptop. He will now lose his job. He will now come back. Maybe that's the job he's using to feed his family. Maybe his children will not go to school because he has lost his job. And because the children not go to school, they now start entering into nefarious activities. When they trace that crime, it will come back to you that did not do your job very well. I need to explain this so we understand the sacredness of work. Child. Maybe that criminal that is on the streets today, somebody was telling me of how he escaped a bandit attack. If you check that criminal that committed that bandit attack, if you trace it, it's a failure in somebody's responsibility that led to the formation of that criminal. That's why when they put you in place of position, you're eating money that you're supposed to use to work, because you don't understand the essence of work. You think you're coming to a position to make money. No. You think you're in a position because you need to make money and live like, no. By not doing your work, the implications are too many, and it leaves gaps and holes in the universe, and people are suffering for that. When God created the world, he allocated everybody. If everybody is doing their work, there'll be a little problem in the world today. But people have left that place of assignment. They are doing poor work. They are doing luck work. They're not truly doing the work because they think it's just to make money. They give a contractor money to build a road. He will do shabby work. And because that work was done shabbily, the road is bad. People's cars are breaking down. People are using the money they're supposed to use to feed their family. Do you know how much money you spend? Somebody sent me a message that my car's broken down again and again because of bad roads. Those things affect that person, affect his or her family, and it's because somebody failed to do his work. Anywhere you fail to do your work, somebody pays for it. That is why every work will be tested by fire. That's why every work will be tested by fire to know whether you did good work or bad work. So that some people, what the work they're doing is, okay, I'm coming to that, is poor work. And poor work will be rewarded with punishments. Just so you know. Just so you know. So that you handle your work with fear and trepidation. The second thing you need to understand is, man did not create you. So man did not give you work. You find yourself, you're in a restaurant working. It is not man that created you, because I told you work is the essence of your life. It is God that gave you that restaurant job. So you're not working unto man, but you're working unto God. Anything your hand finds to do, you see, you think it is man that gave you that job. You think you're working for Mr. Okeke and Sons. You think you're working for so law firm. That is why when they give you a job, you handle it anyhow. No. Man did not create you. Man did not give you any job. So you know. Man did not give you your work. A bank may have employed you, and you're supposed to do the ATM. I worked in the bank, so I can tell you. And say, oh, every time this ATM is what is it? What is it? I beg. You leave that ATM unfilled with cash. Somebody has an emergency. He rushes to that ATM and there's no cash. And because of that, no cash, something wrong goes down. You did not understand that your work is your life. You don't understand that your work is God that gave it to you. You're supposed to have filled that ATM with cash so somebody can come and withdraw cash at the time and not get stranded. Your work is like a puzzle in the universe. So God put you here. That's why I said your work is fulfilling God's purpose for your life. Most of us, our purpose is to clean. If this office is not clean, I will not be comfortable talking to you. So it's not me talking to you. If the office is dusty, and it's dusty, and it's dusty, and it's dusty, I'm not talking to you. If the person that should recharge the light did not recharge the light will go off. I won't be here talking to you. So everything is working together because everybody's doing that. The problem is that a lot of people are not coming to the table in their place of work. And that is why everything is scattering in this country. The number three thing I need to know that will engender true work is every work is tested and tried. Don't think that what you're doing will not be tested. It is tested and tried so you can know the value. Then the fourth thing that needs, so if you know that this thing that you're doing, God sent me to do this, and He will write an examination. Just like I tell you, I've seen some people say, come and clean the, I've given people assignments, and the way they do it, even me as a man, I feel sad. I said, Kai, why did you do this work? I told somebody I won't give you work again to do. Because even me as a man, I felt sad the way it was handled. Imagine how God will feel when He watches you handling assignment anyhow. They ask you to lead a team, you treat it anyhow because you don't understand that every work is like an examination. Give you a book to read. You will be judged on the work that you did. Your work will be tested to know whether you did it properly. The fourth thing that engenders true work, if you understand these things, you don't need to do eye service. Understand that there is true reward for the work you do in this life and in afterlife. Men are rewarded for the work they do. So I, the Lord, search the heart, I try the means to give to every man according to reward to every man according to his work. So the work that you do is what engenders a reward in this world and in the world to come. I told you guys in the mention that is the afterlife. You are not this physical body. You are not this physical body. When this physical body stops existing, the real you will exist. It won't exist in this earth. It's called, whether you believe it or not, does not change anything. There's a spirit, there's a life after this life. When you're sleeping, where does your spirit go? When you wonder, when you dream, no. So the kind of life you will live in the life after life is determined by the kind of work that you put in place. There is reward in this life, and there is reward in the afterlife. So every work you're doing, just know that this is a reward. I'm going to get a reward. Will I be rewarded for this? Let me talk about reward. What are the things that determines the reward? Somebody say, but you see, somebody say, I'm doing my work, I'm doing my work, I'm doing my work, I'm doing my work. At the end of the day, that person will not get rewarded. Let me talk about reward of work. Right in this world, because the reward starts here. And also in the afterlife. I've told you guys in the mission, in the afterlife, some of us will live like kings, some of us will live like paupers. What will determine it is the body of work you did while on. If you do good works, your reward will be great. If you do poor work, your reward will be small. If for some of us, the work we do will be judged in the afterlife because of the kind of work that we did. The kind of, you are cheating people. They give you work, you mess up people. They give you money to do a business, you don't do the business, you eat the money. They give you money for a constituency. As a legislator, you eat the whole money. It is work. It's work that you're doing. You're working. At the end of the day, you come and get the reward of your work in the afterlife. Because the work is God's assignment to you on the earth. That's why some of us look at our lives. Yes, they have money, but money is all they have. Their life means nothing. When they die, nobody will shed a tear. Nobody will even know that they died. When they even die, some people will be jubilating, hey, this one has come and gone. Why? Because the work they were doing was poor work. They didn't do true work. So what determines your reward while you're working? Number one, the state of your heart doing the work. The state of your heart. He said, I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the motives. I can give to any man. I can reward every man according to his work. The state of your heart. There's some people that are working today, putting a lot of work, but there will be no reward because they are doing it with grudge. They are grudging, bitterness. They say, I should do. Okay, I will do. What is the state of your heart? Go and look at the causes that God gave to the children. He said, because that did not serve me with the gladness of heart. Go and read the causes somewhere in Deuteronomy 28 or somewhere in the, I think Deuteronomy 28 or so. The causes that came on them because they were working, but they did not do it with a perfect heart. Some of us, you're working for, you're still part-time, you're working in a company. The reason you're doing it so they can pay your salary. If they allow you not do it, that's not true work. There's no reward for that kind of work. You work, but there's no reward. What kind of heart are you using to do the business? You are doing it because if you don't do it, they will now query you. They will not sanction you. You're doing, no, God's checking the heart, the attitude. So you don't finish your work. At the end of the day, your body of work, when it is weighed in the balances, it amounts to 2 kilos. They don't give you a small reward. I take these biscuits. This is the reward of your work. Say, but I work for 20 years. When your work was weighed in the balances, it's biscuit that is the reward. I've known some people, they work for 30 years in a place. When they come out, there's nothing to show for it. Reward. I'm also put here that the consistency of the work also determines the reward. Let me put it there. Let me put it this way. The heart is number one. The nature of the work you're doing. That's some people. Let me give you an example. Somebody will come and work today, he will not work tomorrow. Now, for you to have reward, you must work consistently to engender momentum. So many people don't have momentum. In the civil service, they call it gratuity. You must have worked for 20 years consistent. They now reward you. Some people that worked in the bank for 10, 15 years, 20 days, after working for 15 years, they will now give you a whole sum of money. It's reward. If you work for 2 years, nobody gives you anything. When I was looking about it, they said, give you what? I think what they gave me was 57,000. Is this 76,000 naira that they gave me when they said let them pay you? When I think it was First Bank, they wanted to prorate pension. They gave me 76,000 naira or something. I can't remember. I said, what is this for? Because how many years have you worked? So when you see people that don't work for long, they don't get rewarded. When you see people that don't do the work with a pure heart, that's why your attitude in doing the work is more important than the work you do. Your attitude. Let me talk a bit about your attitude. Are you doing with happiness? Are you doing with joy? Are you doing with acceptance? Are you doing because if you don't do it, they'll punish you? Okay, they say I should go and do this thing now. You're working in your office. Some of us are part-time, you're working in your office, you're doing it because if you don't do it, they will sack you. That work does not engender reward. So you must work with a pure heart, number one. You must work consistently over a period of time. Do you know why people have worked in the business for 4 years? When they look at their team, they've not built anything because they put the work, and they will stop. The moment you break the work, you stop your reward. It's like pushing a car up a hill. If you push, the moment you relax, it comes back. So you see yourself starting work all over again. Those kind of work that have breakages don't have reward. That is why I've done this for 4 years. When you look back, there's nothing to show for it. You're not doing true work. You're doing poor work because true work means consistency. Have you seen how people build this? Go and find out how Bill Gates built Microsoft. Go and find out how the banks built. They were consistent for a period of time until they broke even. Then you can rest. Until you break even, you're not permitted to stop work. God did not rest until he worked consistently for 6 days. He didn't rest after 1 day. Maybe what he did the 1 day, the second day, that's why most of us, you do work. By the time you come the second day, you are repairing the work that you did. When you see yourself repairing work, do work, repair, do work, correct, it's because you're not consistent. When you're consistent, your body of work over time generates results that can't be denied. So why am I not having reward? Inconsistent work. Someone start building, you build a business for 2 years, you quit. How do you want that work to pay you? You just did it for 2 years. Now, even that 2 years is 6 months. You do 3 months, you go and relax. You do that 5 years, you go and relax. Those works don't pay anything. You just imagine you employ somebody, you have a shop, you employ somebody. Today they'll come to work. Tomorrow they'll not come to work. After 5, they'll come to work whenever they want. That person will never get salary. So what's the third things that determines the reward. How much of your best did you give to the work? How much of your best did you give to the work? You know that you have not given this thing your best. A lot of people work. Please confirm you can hear me. I need to get confirmation before I continue. I need to get confirmation that you can hear me before I continue. Say I can hear. If you're getting value, go and say value. Go and type value. If you're getting value, type value. Type value, value, value. What are the things that determines reward? You must give it your best. Some of us, let me tell you how to give your best in your work. Some of us, man is a spirit, has a soul, lives in the body. Some of us will work with our body. They give us assignments. They say I should go and get that bottle. You go and get that bottle. You're not thinking. You don't apply your thoughts to your work. So at the end of the day, when your body of work comes out, the person is dissatisfied. You ask somebody, go and buy me a book. Go and get me a book. If you apply your body, soul, and spirit, you will find a solution. Do you know why people don't find solution? They just apply they don't task their mind. I told somebody, go and get me a book. Person came back, I did not see the book. The reason that person did not see the book is because he did not apply. If I tell that person, go and get me a book go and get me this book before 6 p.m. today. If I told the person, get me a book before 6 p.m. today, the person came back, sorry, I did not get the book. That's what the person told me. I tried, I looked everywhere, I could not find the book. But do you know what has happened? That person did not give it his all. He only gave it the body. If you give it the soul and the spirit you even pray about it, God, please show you where to buy this book. Your soul, you think about it. Let me tell you why I said the person did not give it his best. What if I told that person, if you get me this book by 6 p.m., I'll give you 1 million naira? Do you think that person not can get that book? If I told that person, if you get this book before 6 p.m., I'll give you 1 million naira, I can guarantee you that person will get that book before that 6 p.m. Even if it means going to travel to, the person will get that book. The person will give it his best. Who was saying? Was it Bonaparte that was saying that if you give something your best, it will work. If it didn't work, you didn't give it your best. Trust me. If you give this business your best, it will work. If it's not working, the only proof is that you're not giving it your best. So if you have a child that says, no, I failed an exam. If you give it your best, you will pass. Don't leave all those things. Lecturer is still victimizing me. There's no way you give it your best, a lecturer will see your body of work and fail you. It doesn't happen. You didn't give it your best. That's why there was room for them to fail you. I call it ownership. That's what determines reward. That's why result only comes with reward. No matter what you did, there's no result, there's no reward. I just want to come and fix something. They have best didn't fix. You didn't fix it now. You didn't get the job. You're asking for money. What I called you to fix the fan. The fan is still not working. Or I called you to fix an AC. AC is not working. Yeah. Even if you want, spend the whole day fixing that AC. If it did not work, I won't give you money. No, I won't give you reward. I give my phone to fix, for example, and you spent 1 week, you did not fix the phone. Will I give you reward? No. So whenever there is no result, what it means is that there will be no reward. And the reason there's no reward and there's no result is because you have not given it your best. When you give something your best, it will open up because you're a spirit. You operate beyond this physical realm. When you put your mind to work, when you put your spirit to work, when you put your body to work, this natural earthly realm will open up to you automatically. If it has not opened up, if this business has not opened up to you, I guarantee you have not given it your best. When you give it your best, it will open up to you. Because he that asks shall find. He that seeks, he that asks shall receive. He that seeks shall find. He that knocks, if you keep knocking, that door will open. But people don't give things their best. People give minimum requirement, minimum standard, and they're full of excuses. Oh, I did not. The reason you're giving an excuse is because you have not given that assignment your best. And those are the things that determine reward. Some people, you give them work before you even finish. They tell you the reason they cannot do it. They tell you the reason they cannot work. God, before you even land the assignment, they've given you reasons why I cannot work. What they don't know is that they are defining their life. They are wasting their life. Their life is poor. That's why at the end of the day, when you look at their life, it doesn't amount to anything because their body of work is poor work, is gamble, is luck work, no true work. So they've worked for 12 years in an organization. When you look at them, they're like, what is this? They can't, nothing to show because all through those 12 years, they have not truly worked. What is the third thing that determines your reward? Are you working according to pattern? Are you working according to pattern? The work you're doing, is it according? I tell you to do something. You can't do it wrongly. Yes, you spend the whole day. Let me tell you, please. I want you to paint my office. I want to have this whole place in a white house. I want it to be like a White House. You spend 5 days painting it green or milk color. And after I come, I said, no, this is not what I asked. But I've been working now. And there's no reward because it didn't work according to pattern. It's like running a race. It's like running a race without following the guidelines. Even if you're Usain Bolt, if you run out of track, nobody will give you the prize. The prize comes when you run within the stipulated guidelines. Score a goal that is offside, nobody will give you the Champions League Cup because even though you scored the goal, it was offside. Even if you carry a handball and throw the ball into them, nobody will give you reward when you don't work according to pattern. Sometimes you may need to leave creativity and follow the pattern of the work. So what are the things that true work is work that is done according to pattern? Then finally, the fifth one, what are the things that determines reward? Are you constantly improving or growing in the work that you're doing? The same way you did work today, the same way you did 3 months later, that work you're not improving, you're not growing, so there's no reward. The same way you prospected, are you growing? Are you dormant? Are you always looking for new ways to improve yourself in the work that you're working in an office, the same way you're doing the work, the same way you're doing it? Can't you put innovation? Can't you do it better? Can't you do a better job? If you keep doing the same work and you're not growing, nobody rewards you. Am I communicating? So that when you look at these 5 things, let me go through it again. Number 1, the state of your heart. You may be doing that work, but are you doing with a state of happiness? Are you doing with joy? Are you doing with a sense of gratitude? Are you doing because are you doing murmuring? Are you doing complaining? So this is your anchor cell meeting now. It's okay. Everybody is doing an anchor cell meeting. Okay, now let me anchor it now. If I don't anchor it, they will say that I did not do well, or they say I should take a training. Must I do this training? Why? You end up doing the work, but your state of heart is wrong. There is no reward for that job. There is no. Was it Amaziah that they said did everything did everything correctly? Was it Amaziah in the scriptures? But he did not do it with a perfect heart. He did everything that was pleasing to God. He did everything right, but he did not do it with a perfect heart, so there was no reward. Check the state of your heart. We talked about it in the nation. I'm a hub anchor. I'm a cell leader. I'm an emergency cell leader. I'm the one cleaning the house. I'm the one cleaning the office. I'm the one putting on the lights. Are you doing it with excitedness? I'm going through this so that we can jot it down. The rewards, the 5 things that determine reward. Hold on. Let me retrace so you get it. I said there are 4 things that makes you do true work. Number 1, if you understand that your work is an assignment in the universe. Number 2, if you understand that you're working unto God, no man gave you work, you're working unto God. Number 3, if you know that your work will be tested. Then number 4, if you know that your work has reward in this life and in the afterlife. What are the kind of work? The 4 things that determines whether your work will give you reward. Number 1, if you're doing it with a good heart, the state of your heart while doing the job. Are you doing it with joy, with gladness, with enthusiasm, with gratitude? Even if things are not going well, but let no murmuring, no complaint. Why did Moses not see the promised land? Come and find out. He was there. He was angry, he was murmuring. He was doing this. Must I drink water out of this? He was angry with the people he was leading. Must I always? He did not see the promised land because the state of his heart was not right. So the reward was not there. He was angry with the people he was leading. Are you angry with the people? I was talking to one of the leaders. I entered the cell meeting and I saw her correcting some people, and it was like, I said, no. Yes, you're leading people, but do it with the heart of joy. Do your work with the heart of joy. And she does an amazing work. But be sure that you do it with love, with joy. The state of the heart while you're doing that work is very, very paramount. It's very important so that you don't lose your reward. If you're saying that, because they tell me, no problem, I'll do it now. You're not doing with gratitude. Yeah, am I even getting anything from this work? Am I even getting anything from this thing? You've lost your reward. Number two, determines your reward. Are you doing the work consistently? Are you building? Are you doing it consistently for a long period of time? That's why you get gratuity. You've worked in a place. If you work in this place, work in this. No. If you work in the place for a long period of time, is your body of work consistent to create momentum and impact? That is only when you're recognized and you're given reward. Because over time, you have created momentum, you have created impact because look at a person, someone opens the shop one day, closes the following day. Nothing serious will come out of it. Number three, that determines reward. How much of your best are you giving it? Are you giving it just your body? Are you giving it your soul, your spirit, everything? Your work becomes a religion. See a medical doctor, see a teacher, see a policeman, see a soldier that his work is his religion. The person gets rewarded and promoted because they put everything. See a cell leader, see a hub anchor. As a hub anchor, is your work your religion? Are you doing it dedicatedly? Are you doing with your whole body, soul, and spirit? Why am I doing this thing? Am I using my money? Am I using my money today? No. You're murmuring and you're complaining. Your reward for your labor is gone. Your reward for your labor is gone. See, every laborer deserves his wages. But if you're not laboring correctly, you will not get wages. That is why some people have finished working. There's no wages. They finish working. They've worked for 3 years, 4 years. There's nobody that they are building. They're still working. They're still laboring because there's no wages. There's no reward. Not in this world, nor in the world to come. Remember, this reward is not just in this life, but also in the world to come. Number 4, are you working according to pattern? If you don't work according to pattern, there will be no reward. I'm recreating this thing for business best known to me. If you don't work according to pattern, there will be no reward. And finally, are you improving or growing? The way you prospected 3 years ago is the way you're still prospecting now. The slide you're using 3 years ago is the same slide I use now. The presentation you ran 12 months ago, you run another presentation, you're not getting better. You're not working. No. There may be activity, but you're not working. You're not working because every true work that has reward there must be improvement. There must be improvement. Stagnation shows that you're not putting your mind, your heart, your soul, everything into it. As I begin to move on, what is the purpose of work? Quickly. Why am I even working? Work is designed to create impact and results, something to show. So if you're working and there's nothing to show, don't argue yourself. Don't go and ask yourself. Just know that you're not working. Your play is leisure. I told you that anything you're doing that is not fulfilling your purpose of your creation, is leisure. So your work is supposed to, if you have done this for 2 years, you should be able to look and say, this is the fruit of my labor. There has to be something to show. When there's nothing to show, you are not working. You're not working. You're not working. When there's no result, you're not working. Since 2023, there's no new leader in your team. You're not working. Don't argue with me. Don't argue with yourself. if there's no result, you have nothing to show, you're not working. When you leave your house in the morning, your activity, motion is not work. Work, you see, work is force times distance. Force times distance. So if you're carrying force, if you don't move to accomplish mileage, if there's no result to show, if you're running motion, if I carry, let me see. Let me explain to you. If I carry this chair now and stand like this, in science, work done 0. Because this chair might weigh 20 kg. Velocity, movement done 0. Work done 0. Just so you know. So if you are not moving, if you are not getting mileage, there's no work. Because work is defined as force times distance. If distance is 0 and force is 100 kg, if you carry somebody and stand somewhere, in science, work done is 0. So if there's no mileage, if there's no result, if there's no accomplishment, if there's no achievement, you have not worked. You may have done activity, but there's no work. The purpose through work creates lasting impact. How do you know that somebody is working? Check his body of work. Check the work of his hands. Is this sustainable? Is the impact lasting? Look at companies that have stood the test of time. It shows that the people that started it, they worked. Look at First Bank, 1894, the people that started. Look at Apple, look at all this, any company that you know since 1894, since 1921, all those companies, it is the proof that the people that started it, they worked. Because when you work, it will stand as a testament to the time spent. My mentor will tell me, don't let life leave you with no credits for the days you spent. When there's nothing to show for time, you're 30 years old, between 20 and 30, there's nothing you can show. It means throughout for the past 10 years, you have not been working, you've been playing, it's leisure. Activity does not mean work. And I told you guys the first definition of work, you're going to the office, but you're not working. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing to show. When you truly work, every laborer deserves his wages. So when you see companies that have stood the test of time, they just want to tell you that, what works. Now, when you truly work, you embody your assignments. When you truly work, people look at you and you become a brand of your work. When people cannot identify you with something, you are not working. If you're a banker, when they see this as a banker, when people ask you, what do you do? When people know you, someone has known you for a while, and is asking you, what do you do? That means you're not working. No, just know you're not working. You're not working. You're not working. Because when you truly work, you embody your assignments. People will see your work through what you do. And because people don't understand that they're doing eye service, because they're trying to please people. No, people should see you. You should be so obsessed with your work. Oh, no. When you truly work, it becomes a lifestyle that you have chosen. That's why if you have an employee mentality, you can't work. I worked as a bank staff, and I had employee mentality, but God delivered me. I thought I had ownership mentality, but when I began to understand the true value of work, I'm praying for holiday. The owners of the bank don't pray for holiday. Why are you praying for holiday? Because they have employee mentality. You don't own the work. If they allow us that time, if they want to give 1 week holiday, we'll be glad. If there's strike, we'll be glad. That's not work. Because if you understand the work is the essence of your life, we won't do that. When you truly work, you give it your best and a little more. As I begin to close, if you're getting value, please go to the chat button and type value. Value. Go to the chat box and type value. If you're getting value, go and type value. Value. Now, let me round up by saying this. Why must I work truly? For some of us, after today, you can't find out that you have been wasting your life. You have been living leisure. That's why you're now 40 years old and there's nothing to show for it. That's why you're now 35 years old. There's nothing to show for it. That's why you're 29. There's nothing to show for it. There's nothing. Because all the while, you have not been working through it. Why must I walk truly? Because night is coming. when no man can walk. Because the day is for work. The night is come. A time will come when you can't walk anymore. God. The time will come when you summarize your life. Somebody said something. Oh my goodness. One of the guys that influenced me earlier on, he said something. He said, when the man is 40, I'm gonna put lightly. So when the man is 40 years old, when the man clocks 40, he said, whatever you find yourself doing, continue with it. If you're succeeding, continue succeeding. If you're failing, continue failing. Just forget it. Just pray for your children to succeed. If at 40, you've not gotten a handle of your life, don't bother. just continue failing. Don't try to reverse it. If at 40 years old, you're still squatting, don't bother. Now, that's philosophy. But let me say this. Don't get to 40 years old and you don't know where you stand in life. Don't get to 40 years old and you're still touching here and there. Don't get to 40 years old and the basic necessity of life is still a problem. The first thing you learn from that is, before you get to 40 years old, walk through it. There's an adage that says that if you find an old man carrying load on his hand, on his head, one load on his head, and another load on his hand, he said, check it very well. He must have wasted his youth. If you find an old man carrying one load on his head and another load on his hand, he says, check it very well. He must have wasted his youth. It's not like he was not working, but he was not doing true work. He was doing poor work. He was doing work that did not stand the test of time. He was doing work that did not give him the reward in this life. And most likely will not get rewarded in the life to come. He was doing work that he has nothing to show for it. The first assignment is boycott the life of regret. Before you get to 40, go back and walk through it. The second one is, even if you're 40 years old, God is a God of second chance. Make sure the next 10 years of your life, you truly walk. If you have wasted your life from 20 years old to 40 years old, as you're listening to me, make up your mind, from today, I will go and walk. That's why this training, I will also bring that second, the notes, jot the notes, go through, I will go and truly walk. I won't waste my life. I won't waste the essence of my life. Why must I walk truly? Because night is coming when no man can walk. When your energies fail you. You can't be always, any second that passes, you can't be as strong. Any second that passes, you're aging. You can't be as young as you are when you're 21 years old, if you're 23 years old. You can't be as young as you are when you're 40 years, when you're 30. Time does not wait for you. Don't wait to when people think we have time. We still have time, still have time, still have time. Before you know it is evening time of your life. And you don't have the energy to walk. You don't have the vigor to walk. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Night is coming when no man can walk. Walk while it is day. Do true work while it is day. I don't know why I have this passion in my heart to talk to somebody. Do true work while it is day. I beg you, walk while it is day. Because night is coming when no man can walk. Some people, they're already in their nights. They're already sick. They already told them, you already have high blood pressure. Don't stress yourself. They already told them your heart is not. That's night for them. That is night. They can't do what they want to do anymore. It's already night. It's already night. They see what they do, but they cannot do it. Why? That's why I say this meeting will save people's life. Why they still day? Young man, young woman, go and walk. Through walk. Number two, why must I walk? Nature abhors vacuum. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. If you're not ready to do true work, you walk, somebody will give you that work to do, you work for the devil. Why must I walk? Nature abhors vacuum. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. Most of the young people in our generation, there's no work. They're on Instagram, as they're on Instagram, they're browsing Instagram, there's no work. They're buying Instagram. Before you know it, they will now see something. Before you know it, they now start gambling. Before you know it, they now start smoking weed. It's idleness that make you to smoke weed. Now start smoking weed, start doing all kinds of things because you're idle. At the end of the day, you wasted your life. At the end of the day, when you go to the afterlife, you're living in a bacha. You're living in a kiosk in the afterlife. Why must I work? Why must I do true work? Because lack of work leads to poverty. A little sleep, a little slumber, poverty will catch you like an ant bandit. Why you said poverty will catch you like an ant bandit is because while you're not working, you're decaying. Let me give you an example. Do you know that most of us would have been richer today if we were working? But because we didn't work, and because you can't see these things, you lose gap, you lose value. You're supposed to prospect 20 people, you prospect only 5 people. You don't know that those 15 people you have prospected, because you didn't prospect them, that there's somebody else to prospect them, sign them up. You will not sign them up. When you don't work, you're losing grace. How would I explain this so you understand? You're supposed to come to office by 8 o'clock. You come by 9 o'clock. By 8:30, your downline brought somebody that would have done max events. But because you did not come to work, you missed that opportunity to grow your business. That person, because you are not there in the office to attend to that your downline, he was not able to close that deal. He was not able to close that sale. That person goes back and you lose that sale. She too loses that sale. But you don't know. I don't know how to explain it so you understand. If you are not working, you're losing value. But it's gradual. You won't know you're losing value. You won't know you're losing value. Some of us, you're supposed to be doing your KPI. You're not doing your KPI. You're not recruiting, you're not doing your KPI. You're supposed to bring out, let me explain to you so you understand how poverty comes. You see, you just woke up in the morning, all of a sudden your whole team has died. Your whole team did not die overnight. It's because you are not working. That's why they were dying gradually. You woke up one morning, it's like it happened suddenly. It didn't happen suddenly. Those 20-30 minutes you are not putting each day in that team. That's what made the team to degenerate to the time that it died. So also would have been making twice the money we're making now if I put in just 1 hour extra work in the past 6 months. But because you're not putting in the work, you're not putting in that work, your team is going down and you don't even know it's going down. All of a sudden, you see that the whole leg has died. How did the whole leg die? How possible did the whole leg die? It died because a little sleep, a little slumber, you didn't know when the whole leg died. But if you're properly working, if you atomize your work, you attend to that team. There's some downlines you have not attended to for the past 5 months. That downline is producing, but you have never had one-on-one with that downline. You have not even said, let me see your business. Let's look at your business. You're not working. And gradually, you woke up one day, that downline has quit the business. You see how many a little sleep, a little slumber, lack of work, the poverty will arrest you like a bandit. If you see it coming, you would have avoided. You won't see it coming. That 1 hour that you're not doing PDH, you're not working, it will culminate into poverty. There are people that have died in your team. If only you took time to check your KPI well, you would have arrested that situation a long time. You would have survived in the team. If only you took that, most of the time, measure your work. Are you truly working? Ask yourself, today, what have I done today that engenders my purpose in life? Most of us are not doing this business. Most of us, if they check your body of work in the past 1 month, you didn't do this business. There's no reward. You're talking, gisting, laughing, playing, chatting, doing all kinds of, you spend more time on Instagram than you spend on running your business, and you say you're working. You're not working. poverty will come like an armed bandit in the night. How many people, if only you spent 5 minutes talking with them twice a week, they would have been at a mission? Ha! But you don't know. There are some people that if they were to take you back and you spend just 3 extra hours, you would have brought somebody to a mission. Because with that 3 extra hours, you would have maybe had only 3 Kingsmen. You would have engaged him to know that should come to a mission. But because he didn't put in those 3 hours in the space of 2-3 months, that person did not come to a mission. That person may die off in a business. That leg is weakened. That income is cut short. And you wonder what is happening. Why must I work? So that I don't come to poverty. The Holy Ghost, he that does not work should not eat. You don't need to work to eat, but if you don't work, you should not eat. You don't need to work to eat, but if you don't work, you should not eat. Why must I work? Because lack of work leads to decay, degeneration, and death. Have you seen a car that has been parked for 3 months, 6 months? It begins to dilapidate. It begins to decay. Some of us are decaying while we're working. You look fresh, you look smart, you're dressing great, but you're decaying. Your business is decaying. Your business is dying. Your business is degenerating because you're not working. You're talking plenty, but you're not working. You're not truly working. You're not truly working. You're not truly working. Your body of work in the past 2 weeks, if they weigh it on the scale, if it's in a corporate organization, they would have sacked you. They won't pay you salary. When you wear nice clothes, you come out, you make noise, or you're decaying, your business is decaying. Because the body of work you're putting into your business, when they put it in the balances and they weigh it, it is nothing to write home about. Why must I work? When you don't put what you have to work, it is taken away from you. Some of us, your teammates left you because you're not working. Ha! It said, pray ye the Lord of the harvest to send laborers into the vineyard. So laborers are coming. When they come to your business, it's not a vineyard. It's not a plantation. So the laborers cannot be there. The people that will co-labor with, when they come, you're delegating to them. Some of us, we are like lords, we are not working. Ours is to delegate. Ours is to do this, do this, do this, do this. As a worker, you are a servant leader. If you're not serving, you're not working. And if you're not working, you'll be decaying, you'll be degenerating, you'll be dilapidating, you'll be dying. How can the whole business that had 400 people that signed up into, not one person is alive? What happened to it? Was that an epidemic? No, your laziness killed them. You were not even, you didn't even put 2 hours of work into that team in the past 2 months. You have not put 2 hours of work to see what is wrong with that team. Why are they not regenerating code? You do not even know when things starts going down, because out of 24 hours, you sleep for 7 hours, the remaining 70 hours, you truly work for 30 minutes. The rest are not working. You're not working. We talked about the recruitment of warrior leaders. Some people are not working. Some people are not working. You're gallivanting from one office to another, you're not working. Just know that when you don't work, you decay, you degenerate, you dilapidate, you die. That's why when somebody retires, they die. Because when you retire and your body is not functioning, you die. That's why they say do exercise. Everything that is not working dies. Do exercise so your body can be functioning. If your body stays in a place, it dies. If you retire and don't work, you die. One of the causes of death is immobility, inactivity. Why do you want to wait till you die, till your business dies, before you wake up? Some of us are doing medicine after death. It's after the business has died. Hey, that's why you're not okay. You're not like. But the person would have survived if you are putting just 3 hours of work in the past 3 months in that thing. You have 24 hours. Analyze your 24 hours. What have you done with your 24 hours? You slept for 7 hours. Are you putting 4 hours of work? Or are you just fooling time? Say you're running the business full time. You just you talk, you're on Instagram, you're watching movies. Some of us watch movies 2 hours, 3 hours, seasonal movies. You didn't put 2 hours in the business that gives you, that defines your essence. How many of us are working? If you don't, the reason you must work so that you don't decay, you don't degenerate, you don't die. And that thing that happens when you don't work is that what you have is taken away from you. The story of the talent, one that was given 5 talents, worked and got 10 talents. The one that was given 2 talents, worked and got 4 talents. The one that was given 1 talent went and buried the one. He did not work. It was taken away from him. When you don't work, what you have is taken away from you. Why are your teammates dying? Why are your business going down? Because you're not working. So most of your teammates that have died, they are responsible in other businesses. They may not even be in that, they're going to other businesses. They would have put in the work in your team, but they're putting it somewhere else. It's not when somebody can resign on that person. Somebody can go and start doing now. Some of you, your teammates are supposed to find financial freedom, but because you did not work with them, they're going to do a work of 70,000, 80,000. They will do that work for 7 years to find out that they did not achieve their purpose in life, and it will be traced because you did not work. Because if you did your work, you will not leave your business. So once you don't work, even the little that you have, if you're not ready to multiply, Ambassador Sam said, whatever you don't multiply is taken away from you. Whatever you don't work, it is collected from you. Why must I work? So that I will not, my bishopric, nobody will take. The vineyard, nobody will take. A lot of people have come to your business. It's not a vineyard, it's not a plantation. There are no laborers there. You go to some offices, say, pray ye the Lord of the harvest to send laborers into the vineyard. You go to some offices like a dead soul. The place is dark, no light. Is this an office? I walk into some offices, no activity, and you're praying for laborers to come in there. You're paying for office rent, yet no activity, no boisterous activity. Laborers will not come into that vineyard because it's not a vineyard. It's an office. It's not a vineyard. It's a playground. Some of us will come to the office or chewing granola or playing around. It is not a vineyard. It is not laboring. There is no recruitment going on. Why must you work? Number 4 or number 5, I don't even know. Why must you work? Lack of work leads to no rest. Even at an old, when you don't work, you don't rest. When God worked for 6 days, he rested on the 7th day. He that worketh must rest from his labors. When you work, you're entitled to rest. That's why when you work in the place for 30 years, they will retire you, give you gratuity, pay you pension so you can go and rest. But how many people, even in their old age, they are not resting? Because in their young age, they did not work. When I mean rest, I don't mean lying down. I'm talking about mental rest. Some of you, you're in your old age, but your mind is not relaxed. When you work, your mind will be relaxed. If you put in 10 years of work, 5 years of work, your mind will be relaxed. They said in Igbo that wealth makes the heart strong. Some of you, you're panicking. Why? Children's school fees, house rent, and you're 40, you're 35. You've been working since you're 20. For the past 15 years, the reason you don't have rest at 35 is because from 20 to 35, you have not truly worked. When you truly work, you rest. Rest is for those that have labored. When I mean rest, your mind is at peace. Are you seeing some people resting? Rest does not mean you stay in your house, you don't go to work. I'm resting. I'm resting because none of this, I'm not under tension. I'm not under pressure. It's called peace of mind. When I talk about PLI, I talk about peace of mind accounts. You check somewhere, you have peace of mind, you have peace of mind. You are not on, if you pour someone's oil, it's not a problem. If you buy somebody's car, if you break somebody's phone, it's like, how much is it you can pay? You're resting. Some of us, we have aged, but we have not rested. And because you're not resting, all these diseases coming to you, high blood pressure, blood sugar, heart attack, is because you're supposed to be resting, but you're not resting. Resting does not mean inactivity. It means a state of mind where you're rest, where you have labored and you've entered into your rest. When you're 35 years, you should start resting. If you work for 15 years old, you should start resting. You should be running every day. You're running school fees, food. Some people that when the traffic, they're running, they're putting their health under pressure because they're 50 years old, they're 40 years, they're not resting. Why are they not resting? Because they have not worked. If you truly work, you rest. Even at old age, you see them, they're not resting. Yes, you can produce at old age, but it's not every kind of work you do. If you worked in your youthful year, I don't want to do it. I mustn't do everything. I mustn't wake up and come. I must wake up by 4 o'clock and come out. I mustn't be running helter skelter. But if you don't labor while you're young, you will not rest while you're old. Why must I work? Because I need to rest. The next 5 years, you should rest. The next 7 years, you should rest. Rest does not mean you're not active, but at least you have a peace of mind. Why must I work? So I can have self-confidence. You see, one of the greatest menaces of our age is people don't have self-confidence. My time is getting up. People don't have self-confidence. Why? Because there's no body of work. When you say somebody put in work, you build your self-confidence. The mental issues people have is because they don't believe in themselves. Why? Because they're not working. If you want to develop self-confidence, work. Work. Why must I work? So that I can be recognized. If you don't work, you will not be recognized, you will not be respected. Most of us you're looking for respect. Don't look for respect, go and work. Anybody that works is respected and recognized. Don't look for respect. Don't say you insulted me. No. If you work, will you not be respected? If you work, will you not be recognized? If your body of work is showing, you'll be recognized and you'll be respected. Go and work. Go to the chat box, go and tell your neighbor, go and work. Type it, go and work. Say, I will go and work. Type it on the chat box. I will go and work. Type it. I will go and work. I will go and work. I will go and work. Put it on the chat box. Type in the chat box. I want to sit on the chat box. I will go and work. 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 Type it on the chat box. I will go and work. So that you can be respected and recognized. Stop asking for respect. Go and work. Type it there. I can't type it there. Go and work. I will go and work. Type it there. Stop looking for why do you think you're respecting me? No. When you see somebody that's put in some level of work, respect comes, recognition comes naturally. You climb that stage, you're respected. Only 4 cell leaders in City Energy, they were respected. They put in the body of work. Go and work. If you don't work, you'll not be respected. You'll not be recognized while you're alive. And guess what? You'll not be remembered when you're gone. There's some people that have died, yet their work is still speaking. There's some people that they have died, yet there's a day put in remembrance for them. It's the body of work they put in that made them, even though they are gone, they are being remembered. For some people that are alive, nobody's remembering them. Talk more when you're alive, nobody knows you're alive. You check your phone for 1 week, nobody will call you. Is it when you're gone they remember you? If lack of work will make you to be unrecognized and unrespected in this life while you're alive, and when you're dead, you'll not be remembered. Go and work. Go and work. Go and work. Lack of work will make your children wish they had another father. How many of us, if our parents worked harder, our life would have been better? Yes, even though we show them love, but most of the children suffer what you're suffering because your parents did not work. Most of the generation suffer what you're suffering. Some of us won't be where we are today, would have had what they call leverage in life if our parents worked harder. So must our own children now suffer it? Must your unborn children, if you don't have a child now, must your unborn children now suffer what you're suffering because your parents did not work hard? Why are you not working? Why don't you want to work? Why are you playing? Why are you having leisure in the times that are perilous? Why are you playing with your life? Why are you wasting your life? Why will your generation wish that they were born into another family? I wish I entered Dangote family. Why will you come out and your children will not be proud? That's my father, that's my mother, that's my grandfather, that's my grandparent. Why? Because it did not work. Some of us in school, we came out with a class, it affected us. It affected us. Some of us, we dropped out of school. It's affecting us till tomorrow. But today, what you have in your hands, why are you not working? What lack of work will give you no stature or reward in afterlife. In the life to come, I keep saying it so that you not say nobody told you. There's a life after this life, and you'll be rewarded by the works that you have done, whether it be good or it be bad. Some of the reward of the work, some people, the work you're doing is bad. The work you're doing, you're taking your time and you're promoting evil. You're taking your time and you're doing bad work. This is from bad work because the reward is punishment. But if you don't work, your life will weigh nothing. In the afterlife, some of us will be gate men in the afterlife. And I'm not joking. Just in my father's house, there are many mansions there. If you were not so, I would not have told you. I want to live in a mansion. I want to be the place of 600 genes. And when I go to the afterlife, I'll be recognized among the cherubim, among the immortals, because my body of work is speaking for me. There are people that they are gone, but their body of work on the earth is speaking for them. I want my body of work to speak for me in the afterlife. I want to be rewarded. I don't want to live in a kiosk. I don't want to be wandering about in the afterlife. Because how long am I going to live here? 100 years, 120 years, from 80 years, you're gone. I want to go and spend the rest of my life where I'll be truly rewarded because of the body of work that I did. Cha! Why will you not work? Why will you not work? Why will you not do true work? What are the key indices of true work? As I close, how do you know whether you're working in our business? Any day that you don't do these 4 things, you did not work. Any day you did not do these 4 things, you did not work. Number one, what are the indices of work in our business? Number one is recruiting. I didn't say presentation. We think prospecting is work. Prospecting is not work. Nobody pays you for prospecting. People pay you for recruiting. If you want, prospect 1,000 times. If you're not recruiting, you're not working. If I prospect 1,000 persons and nobody signs up, nobody is recruited, do I get paid? No. Of course, recruiting is from prospecting, but the indices of your work is not prospecting. It's not sharing of questionnaires. How many people are you recruiting? How many people are being recruited in your team? If there's no recruitment in your team, you are not working. Because you can finish prospecting someone and you don't recruit the person, and that person can't recruit the person. So if you're not recruiting, you're not working. How do I know whether I'm working or not? Have I recruited today? Have I helped my downline recruit today? It mustn't recruit every day, but let that be recruitment. Have I done presentation and led in recruitment? If a whole day goes, you did not run presentation, you did not do third-party call, you did not do close down, you did not do anything that led to somebody putting pen to paper, you have not worked. You have not done true work. So don't deceive yourself. Do you know today I make 200 calls. No, you don't judge your work by your actions. You judge your work by your results, because that's what you're paid for. So have the mindset, if in a session you're not requesting for codes, you need to cry. You have a team of 200 people. Nobody is recruited in a day. You should cry, you should weep. You should cry and you should weep. You should cry and you should weep. What are the key indices of work? Am I developing myself? Every day you must develop yourself. There's a book of the month. Am I developing myself? Remember, I said that if you're working and you're not improving, you're not totally working. Am I developing other people? Are people becoming better? Am I mentoring other people? Yeah, am I mentoring my teammates? I have active partners. Am I saying words of encouragement? Have I said words of encouragement to somebody? Have I made somebody better? Any day you've not engaged yourself or your teammates, you have not worked. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a secret. From today, bring out 3 hours. If you're doing this business full time, bring out 3 hours. And in that 3 hours, divide it into 6. So what it means is 3 hours divided into 6 is 30 minutes. And in those 30 minutes, schedule an engagement meeting with your teammates. Schedule an engagement meeting with your teammates. Schedule an engagement meeting with the teammates. Blocks of 30 minutes into 6 is 3 hours. So let's say today is Wednesday. I'm bringing 3 hours. And in that 3 hours, I'm developing my teammates. I'm engaging my teammates. I'm working on different teams. If you do it in 2 months, you discover that you've reached a lot of people. I don't say 30 hours. I didn't say just 3 hours in a day. Break it into 30 minutes. There's a Zoom meeting, there's a Zoom link that is free for 30 minutes. Schedule your work. I will talk to this team. I'll talk to this person. I'll talk to this person. Talk to 12:30, this person. 1 to 1:30, this person. 4 to 4:30, this person. Schedule 6 meetings. Each is 30 minutes. And once it's done, you tell them this meeting is going to last for 30 minutes. And I'm here to discuss your business. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to find out what are your challenges. I'm here to improve you. I'm here to do a 3-way call. 6 of those meetings, engagement, 3-way call. I'm here to find out what are the challenges. If you do that to 6 of your teammates, and when you want to end that meeting, tell them, you know what, by this time, these are the things we discussed. By this time next week, maybe it's 4 to 4:30. By 4 o'clock on Tuesday, we're going to have another meeting so that these things we discuss, I'm going to engage you to know how far you've gone with them. If you do this 3 hours every day, maybe take Sunday off, maybe Monday to Saturday, 3 hours. That means in a week, you have engaged 42 teams, 42 people, you have engaged them. And in a week, and the following week, you engage those 42. Every week, you have 30 minutes people with 42, 30 minutes meeting with 42 people. You have only put 3 hours. That is the body of work. So what are the key indices? Are you recruiting? Number 1. Number 2, are you developing yourself for other people? Number 3, am I team building? If you're not team building, you have not worked. If in every day you did not team build, you didn't encourage anybody, you didn't find out what is the issue with your team, why is the KPI like, why are you not recruiting? What's happening? Can I help you? Can I do big announcement for you? If you are not doing that, you are not working. The 4th indices of work. The first one is, am I recruiting? Every day you're not recruiting, you do not work. Every day you did not develop yourself for that people, did not work. That's number 2. Any day you did not team build, it did not work. The last one is, am I calibrating? Am I calibrating? Am I checking how far I've gone? Am I calibrating my work? That is KPI. Am I checking the KPIs of my team? Some of us, they submit KPI, you don't even go through it, you just dump it. Some of us will doctor KPIs, will audio KPIs. Why are you this? Because you think work is something you must do to make somebody happy. If you are not calibrating, if you are not checking the KPI up, if you are not checking the DTC of your downlines, if you are not checking the DTC of your teammates, and you're calibrating, this person recruited 20 people last month, this month you recruited 1 people, what is the problem? You're not checking the KPI. How many people? Some of us, our KPIs are doctored. This KPI, you doctored it. If you're not doing that, you're not working. Because if you don't calibrate, you don't know how far you've gone. If you don't review your work, which is called review, if you don't review your work, you're not working, because you can be working in the wrong direction. Imagine you're traveling from here to Lokoja, you're not checking the signboard. You think you're going to Lokoja, you see yourself in Mina. When you check, I'm supposed to be, no, you need to calibrate your work. As I close, what are the parameters that shows that you're working? How do I know? How do I know 6 months from now I have truly worked? How do I know that I took this meeting serious? And as I round up, my time is up. The next 5 minutes I'll be out. How do I know 6 months from now that this meeting was not a waste, that this meeting saved me? 5 parameters. Number 1, over a period of time, you discover that you're raising new leaders in your business. You're not stuck with the same old leaders. That's how you know that you're truly working. By this time next year, you discover that there are new people that have sprung up. It's not the same. If you check the same old people 2022, the same old people 2023, the same old people 2024, just know that you're not working. So the parameters to measure whether you're working. Number two, is there steady progression in my business organically? Or does it go up and down? Does it go up and down? If your business, if you make 1 million today, you make 2 million this month, next month you make 1 million, next month you make 5 million, you're not working. If you're truly working, you can predict your business. That's why they give scorecards, because it's based on predictability. If you're truly working, they can say you can predict your business. It can grow organically because you're building. It's like you're building a place. You're building. Number three, can you see a building being formed with a foundation that you can rest on tomorrow? How do you know that you took this training seriously? In the next few months, can you see when you look at your business, can you see, yes, tomorrow I can rest? I'm building something. You're happy. When God looked at what it was made, God was happy. When you look at your body, if you truly work, when you look at your body, if you truly work, if you take this thing serious and you truly work, in the next 6 months, when you look at your business, you'll be so smiling, you'll be so happy. You can see this leg is building. You can see this leg. Tomorrow, this one, there'll be 20 Kingsmen here, there'll be 20 Kingsmen here, there'll be 20 Kingsmen. You can see that I can rest tomorrow. This business can give me 2 million naira without me recruiting anybody tomorrow. This business can give me 5 million naira. The way my business is, in the nearest future, I can rest. Remember, the goal is not money, the goal is financial freedom. I can be free. If you take this training seriously, in the next 6 months, when you look at your business, when you look at your DTC, you will smile. When you get Excel, look on this leg, I have 20 Kingsmen here, I have 20 men selling here. When you look at your business, you see a business that can give you rest. You see a business that has a foundation that can give you rest more. You see a building. You can see yourself, I'm actually building. I'm building edifice. I'm building something. I'm not just laboring around. I am building so that tomorrow I can say, yes, I have finished building. I have 7 GA leaders. I have 7 G leaders. I have finished building. This business can pay me for the rest of my life. You can rest. If you don't say that, that means this training was a waste. Let me tell you, this training will rise up in judgment against anybody. If you listen to this training and you leave here and you don't go to work, this training will stand as testify against you. When you begin to decay and begin to when the business begins to decay and begins to deteriorate, this training will rise up. But you had this training, but you didn't do anything about it. You were told the true definition of work on May 1st, 2024. This is May 1st, 2027. What have you done? Has your business yielded anything? Car. What are the parameters of work? Do people recognize your work? Do people commend you? If people are not commending you, if people are not recognizing you, if people are not applauding you, check it, you're not working. You're not doing true work. Then finally, does it create loyalty to you? Does it true work? If you train your child, they'll be loyal to you. If you work so hard, it will create, people will love you. People will be loyal to you. When you sense disloyalty, check it. There's no way you're not working. Disloyalty is the measure that you're not working. But when people feel you're not putting into their lives, they don't have loyalty is reciprocal. When somebody says, please, you have not put into, you've not invested in them, they cannot invest back into you. If there's a lot of disloyalty in your team, go and check you're not working. Ladies and gentlemen, will you go and work from today? Will you go and work from today? So that 3 years from now, 1st of May 2027, you will not be on the floor and wonder what happened to me. What happened to me? Have I wasted another 3 years of my life? 1 year from today, will you see these 5 measures I've listed? 1 year from today, will you still be lazing around? Will you still be lazing around? As I speak to you, receive the transformation you need to go and truly work. Even God walked. When the master came, he said, I must walk the walk of must. Walk is the must. I must walk the walk of him that sent me when it is day. Night is coming when no man can walk. Why will you allow yourself to decay? Why will you allow yourself to deteriorate? Why will you allow yourself to be an apology to your generation? 1987 2001. That hyphen is your body of work. When people look at that hyphen, what will they say? 1992 to 2001. That hyphen is your body of work. When your time on earth is gone, what will you be remembered for? What body of work will you be remembered for? Will you be remembered for someone that built the business and helped people to become financially free? Will you be remembered for people that raised the team? Will you be remembered for your good works? Or will you be remembered for your bad works? Or you will not even be remembered at all? As you live here today, let this training not stand against you 3 years from now. Let you not come and stumble. But I remember this training. I left this training. Yes, I was motivated, but I didn't work. I left this training, and 3 months later, I have not worked. 3 months later, I'm still dodging responsibilities. 3 months later, I'm not recruited anybody. Ladies and gentlemen, I said I'm going to give an announcement at the end of this. I've come to the end of my meeting. And the big announcement I want to announce is this. Please, I want the host to put it, after I announce it, put it on the screen. After I announce this big announcement, are you ready for the big announcement? If you're ready, say yes. If you're ready for the big announcement, go to the chat button and say yes. I'm ready for the big announcement. If you're ready for the big announcement, say yes. This flyer was done shabbishly, so we'll do another one. I don't feel like doing this. You see, the body of work. Somebody did a flyer, and I don't even feel like posting the flyer because the flyer is presented. In fact, I won't post this flyer because it doesn't speak of excellence. Because the flyer didn't speak of excellence. But I'm going to do another flyer and post it. Now the breaking news is on the 22nd to the 25th of October. What is happening is called Enfanizo. Somebody say Enfanizo. Enfanizo. Okay, put the flyer like that, but we'll get a better flyer. Put the flyer so people can see it. Put the flyer like that, even though the flyer is not it's poor work. Enfanizo. The emergence of warrior leaders. Enfanizo. 22nd to 25th of October. Enfanizo. The emergence of warrior leaders. In October, it's going to happen in Lagos, Nigeria, only open to emerging cell leaders. Enfanizo is the Greek word to emerge, to manifest, to show forth. A lot of people, your word does not know you. A lot of us, your word does not know you because Enfanizo has not happened to you. Your word has not recognized you because Enfanizo has not happened to you. Enfanizo. Please put the flyer. Host, please put the flyer like that. We'll do another flyer. But put the flyer like that. Enfanizo. The emergence of warrior leaders. Only emerging cell leaders. Only emerging cell leaders. Enfanizo. To manifest. To be laid bare. Most people is in this event that your world will recognize you. Enfanizo is the emergence. Your world will say, where is this person? Who is this person? You see some musicians, all of a sudden they sing one song and it blows. This person just blew overnight. No. What happened to them is Enfanizo. They've been working, but they have not been announced. They've not been merged. They've not been manifested. So it's going to be a 4 days event on the 22nd to 25th of April. Mark it down your calendar. It's going to be in Lagos. Venue is not yet there. It's going to be in Lagos. The emergence of warrior leaders. Only open to emerging cell leaders and above. If you're a Kingsman, you cannot be in this Enfanizo. You cannot be in this Enfanizo. You have to be an emerging cell leader, emerging G leader. On that day, we will crown G leaders. You will see new G leaders. You see new emerging cell leaders. Who will be you see new emerging G leaders. Who will be the new emerging G leader? Emphanizo. 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 To show forth, to reveal. I think let me show you, let me explain it properly. Let me explain emphanizo. Sorry. Emphanizo. Emphanizo. It means to show forth, to display or emerge, become visible, become apparent, become visible, become apparent. Emphanizo this is the first time we're having a 4 days training. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. 4 days. Emphanizo will happen to you. But you must be an emerging cell leader to be there. If you're a Kingsman, they can't be there. You must be an emerging cell leader. Something will happen. People will come out of it. And people will ask you, where have you been? Have you seen, all of a sudden people start greeting you. People that are not, your neighbors are not be greeting you. Good day, sir. Good day, ma. But I've been living here for the past 3 days. What happened to you is called emphanizo. You were revealed. All of a sudden, this business have been doing. This business, people don't even know what they're doing. All of a sudden, you begin to see the body of work that you're doing. 22nd to 25th, 4 days. Emphanizo, the emergence of warrior leader. Immersion was the rise of warrior leader, the recruitment of warrior leaders. That you're recruited doesn't mean you have emerged. You can matriculate, that does not mean you've graduated. Emphanizo, to show forth, to be revealed, to become visible, to become apparent. Where have you been? People get to see your business. All of a sudden, you see, when emphanizo happens to you, let me tell you what happens when emphanizo happens. When emphanizo happens to you, your fame is spread abroad. All of a sudden, you become known. That's called emphanizo. Emphanizo. The manifestation of who you truly are. Your potentials come out. 4 days is going to be a clinic. 4 days of clinical transactions. I'm going to talk about, I told you guys, I'm going to talk about the equipment of the warrior leader, the empowerment of the warrior leader, and the kingdom of the warrior leader. You're not just a warrior leader, you have that's when kingdoms are given to you. Emphanizo. Whatever you need to do, become an emerging cell leader. I have another good news. Somebody say good news. I have another good news. Today, that is the 1st of May, I'm doing a 30 days challenge for activators. What it means is this. It's for the whole C2 energy. If you recruit 2 people, you're an activator. Now, if in any city we have up to 1,000 activators, I'll come to that city. If there is an airport there. Don't get me activator, but there is no airport though. If there's an airport there, I will come to that. So if in Port Harcourt, there are 1,000 activators, that means 1,000 people that recruited 2 people this month. I will do an event in Port Harcourt. I will do a masterclass training in Port Harcourt. If in Kano, there are 1,000 people in the month of May across C2 Energy that became activators, I will do an event in Kano. If in Enugu, there are 1,000 people that became activators, I'll do an event in. If in Warri, there's 1,000 people that became activators. Activators mean you recruited 2 people from 1st of May to 30th to the end of May. I think May has started 31 days to 31st of May. Any city in the month of May across C2 Energy that develops 1,000 activators, then I'll do an event in that place. If he has an airport, if he's in a place that doesn't have an airport, I may not promise you that I'll come there. But most of the places have an airport, I will come. Emphanizo, see you 22nd to 25th of October. The emergence of warrior leaders. Emphanizo. You must. So anything you should be thinking about how to become an emerging cell leader. And let me tell you, this time around, we'll be very strict. We won't have the mistake we made with the Kingsman. If you're not an emerging, if you sneak in without being a Kingsman in a mission, I'm promising you it won't happen in Evanism. Because every seat will have a name to it. You won't come. That's why we're going to Lagos to go and do it. It's going to be a round table seat. Every seat will have a name to it. So you can't see the number of seats. Every seat will have nation by nation. And all the nations will have their list. All right. Also, on the 1st of June, we're going to be doing our first induction, our first recognition of emerging cell leaders and cell leaders. So on the 1st of June, the flyer will come out. On the 1st of June, we're going to have on Saturday, 1st of June, we're going to be inducting new emerging cell leaders. And once we have an emerging cell, I'm going to open a group. All the emerging cell leaders that came to immersion will be in a group. The new ones will be in a group. So I don't need to be, when that time comes, I'm not asking that it's from the group for a Fanizo. So all the emerging cell leaders, I'm going to open the WhatsApp group, ask your J leaders so you can enter there. The new ones that will come in on the 1st of June, make sure that you're there. And lastly, as I close, how many of us gain value? If you gain value from this training, go and save value. If you gain value from this event, go and save value. Right? Now, the next training, it's one thing to be walking. Now, I'm sure all of us are going to walk, but you need to, it's not just walking, you need to, you see, they said if the axe is blunt, you need more strength to walk. But when the axe is sharpened, small walk, big result. My next training is called sharpening the axe head. Sharpening the axe head for effective work. So that you put in 2 hours and the body of work will be like someone that put in 12 hours. Sharpening the axe head. So as you're going to work, you don't need to work for 20 hours. Somebody can work for 1 hour. Somebody can come and sing for 1 hour. They will pay him the same thing they pay someone that sang for 20 hours. Sharpening the axe head for a more effective work. That's our next Warrior Leaders Mentorship. All right? I'm going to let you guys know when that's going to be. I can't put a date to it now, but at least you know a week to time when that time is going to be. All right. That'll be all. See you guys and enjoy Happy Workers' Day. Go and walk. Go and walk. Thank you so much. God bless you. I hand over the meeting to Juliet. You can come in and close the meeting. Hold on.
Thank you, boss. Amazing.
All right.
Boss. Thank you, boss. Please, if you're excited, I don't know if I should feel excited. We've gotten a lot today. So let's thank boss for this amazing meeting. Let's thank boss for this amazing meeting. Let's appreciate him. You got value, just type something. Appreciate him for this. Appreciate him for this. So we're very grateful. Thank you for, I am broken today. I don't know about you, but I feel I've not started the business. I have to go back to work. How many of us are in and you're ready? You want to go back to work? How many of us? You're going back to work after this meeting. I don't know how many of us, but for me, my boots are ready. I am back to work, fully back to work. I thought I was working before now, but today, I just saw some indices that show that in fact, that I've been doing poor works. I don't know about you. So it is time to go back to work. Boss, we want to appreciate you for this. And it is time. The Enfanizo is coming come October. The question is, as a Kingsman, will you be there? You know what it takes. So let's go back today, go into work. It's time to go and produce 5 Kingsmen on different sponsorship lines so that on that day, will be confirmed as emerging cell leaders that will be part of this amazing 4 days program. I can't even imagine myself not being in that meeting. Now it is time to walk. Time to walk. It's only those that will walk from today that will be in that meeting. Don't just wish, oh, I must be there. It's not about being there. It's about walking. So it's time to walk. It's time to go into, it's time to do what it takes to be there. Don't just assume. Don't just be inspired with this training. Most of the time we get trainings like this, but we just get inspired. And the next day, the training, in fact, we've forgotten everything we learned from the training. So today, everything you copied, if I were you, I will go back today, just go through them so that they'll be part of you and go into work. The main thing is not just getting the knowledge, but going into work. I want to appreciate all the G8 leaders for giving me the platform. Thank you, Ambassador Mike, for giving me the opportunity to be here today. So let's go and work. It's time to work. God bless you all, and happy Workers' Day to all of us. Thank you.